What's up, observers? Ready to go into episode 5 of Third Party Observers podcast.
Let me tell you, I'm excited for this episode. This is
Yeah.
going to be a good episode.
It
We
is.
got some good topics coming up.
January's already halfway over.
That's nuts.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, before you know it, it'll be 2022.
Yeah.
Don't even, that's too far.
There'll
Too
be-
far ahead. I don't want to think about it.
There will be 3 new pandemics.
What are you trying to do to us, Austin?
I'm trying to jinx it so that it doesn't happen.
Reverse
More
jinx.
people should be jinxing 2021 so that 2021 ends up being great.
You're the one
It's
that
already
you're,
off to a bad
you're
start.
the one that agrees with Dwight and said there needs to be, more
Well, we do have a population
Pandemics.
problem.
pandemics.
More
around.
plagues.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
plagues.
We need a new plague.
There's
Well-
not a very ethical way to achieve it, but it's we're
Okay, Thanos.
Yeah.
Well, coming off of a bad year, I think something that'll make you guys have a better year is if you follow us on socials.
Yeah.
You get on the Twitter at Party Observers, vote on our drafts, see us at Facebook at Third Party Observers, Instagram and YouTube, and check us out there. It's a good time. We're going to be pushing out some more content on that side, and hopefully that'll correspond with a little bit with the podcast, and we'll be able to see what we're doing on both sides.
Yeah, be watching for some new content on YouTube coming down the pike. We've got some things that we're planning on doing on there, but that's really just going to be better for video, not for podcasting.
We may
so
or may not have alluded to that in the last episode, so if you
Maybe.
didn't listen to that,
go
back and take a
What-
listen.
First of all, what are you doing?
why-
What kind of
why are you
monster
skipping
listens
ahead?
to episode
Yeah.
5 before listening to episode 4? Bleh.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Get your stuff together.
fun show today.
Realsies.
Good news for everyone. No new segments today, so we're going back to some segments we've already done.
Tried and true.
Yeah, doing another round of Would You Rather, some Drop It Like It's Hot, some hot takes, and then, as always, another draft.
Listen,
So,
and if you guys have like would you rather questions, you guys want life advice, if you want
laugh advice or life advice?
life advice, if you want to submit things that you think we should draft, different ideas,
Yeah.
let us know. Like, we're open to it. We love ideas, unless it sucks, and then we'll let you know.
Yeah, for sure. But with that, let's go ahead and get started with our first segment of Would You Rather. So, first one on the docket today. Would you guys rather be able to control animals, but not humans, with your mind, or control electronics with your mind?
Oh, for me, this is so easy. Electronics, 100%.
Absolutely, I'm with John. Think of the convenience.
Yeah.
You sit down to watch a movie. It's real hot. It's bright inside. You just tell
Never
the
have to-
electronics to go away.
Never have to
Turn the lights off.
Stop at a stoplight ever again.
Oh, that's a good one.
You could win the
That's a
lottery as
good
much
one.
as you want. Or maybe not the lottery, but you could win at the casino as much as you want. I mean,
Okay.
it's so convenient.
I was thinking about, like, what could I, like, by controlling electronics, how could I use that to my advantage aside from just the convenience thing of, I don't have to get up to turn on a light or something.
Which, I mean, you can already kind of do that. Say, hey, Google, or hey, Alexa.
Yeah.
True.
You know.
Careful, you're talking to her right now.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But so yeah, controlling animals, it would be
That would be super fun.
it'd be
though.
more of a
Think about all the
party
pranks you
trick.
could play.
yeah.
Oh, you could play so many pranks.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I would do first, though? John, we had this conversation because you got in my car. Whenever I get in my vehicle, no matter what, I get Sirius ads that start playing, Sirius XM,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
I cannot get it to stop. If
Wow.
it doesn't automatically connect to my phone, it defaults to Sirius ads, and it makes me so angry. So angry. If I could get rid of that, it would make my quality of life go up so much. I would be so happy. And if we
Yeah.
could control electronics,
First
it'd be
world
easy.
problems, everybody.
It's so
Okay.
true.
But
Nice to be white.
if I could control animals,
What would you do with them?
first of all, I would bring bears to my house and they would just be my pets. I would have a bear as a pet.
You would never get mail again.
Well, I'd be in the backyard. It'd
Oh,
be
okay.
fine. And then I don't know how I'd feed. I guess
How
I would just buy a bunch of bears and like granola or
Well, you can
bears.
control the animals,
you could
so
just
you
go
just
tell
bring
it-
it
Yeah.
food
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
controlling other animals
Yeah.
to come and then
Well,
they eat the
think
animals.
about having to clean up the bear poop, though. That's a big old poo.
He controls the animals. They pick up their
yeah,
own poop.
I wouldn't have to pick up the poop.
Good
Another
point.
animal would pick up. I'd bring in birds. They would pick up the poop, fly it away.
Would they drop
Wow.
it on someone?
Maybe I could
Because-
use that to my advantage.
Yeah, you could pull a lot of pranks. It would be really funny.
John,
and really
think of the
fun.
mayhem you could sow
Yeah,
with
no,
the superpower.
But
I-
the electronics is.
I could
more-
go in the ocean.
You could. Cause
I could
just
use
make all the animals go away.
I could either make them go away or they'd all be friends.
Yeah.
With me.
Yeah.
And so I could ride a shark, or
He'd be
an orca,
Aquaman.
which is what I would rather ride as an orca.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You trying to be Jason Momoa, Aquaman?
No, because that first of all that was a garbage movie. But
Well, like almost all DC movies.
yeah. I think I'm just to be different and also just the fun that I could have. I think I'm gonna go with controlling animals.
Yeah. I mean, it would be fun. Don't get me wrong. It would be a lot.
I
of fun.
would
You could
send
pull-
all the bears to banks to rob banks.
First of all, why would you choose bears for that task?
Okay, well I'd have one bear.
Go with something sneaky or with opposable thumbs like a monkey.
Yeah.
At
Or a
least.
raccoon.
Well, I'm gonna have one bear
Raccoon.
as an intimidation threat,
Okay.
and
It's
then
a
I'm gonna have
distraction. It's a distraction.
and then I'm gonna have a bunch of chimps going in and actually like handling the money
No,
bags.
well, what if you just do it Ant-Man style? You just get a bunch of ants, then they could eat out the wire, block the cameras. Or,
yeah, but then
ants
I'd
are-
have to go in.
But
and do it.
ants aren't animals really, so probably those are bugs.
Now we didn't establish this. What species of bear are you taming? Are they brown
mean-
bears? Kodiak brown bears?
What if
Are they polar bears? Are
What
they
if
black
it's just
bears?
a koala bear?
Doesn't matter.
these little things just eating eucalyptus
I'm
leaves
just
and
gonna
high all the time.
I'm gonna bring a team of sloths to rob this bank.
Good choice.
They'll get it done in 5 years.
If you get enough of them, they can overwhelm any defenses with sheer numbers.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, listen, everyone's like, "Oh, look at that cute little sloth."
Yeah. No, I mean
Come
I
be my
know
friend.
the controlling animals does not have as much usefulness
But it's
to
super
me,
funny.
but it would bring more entertainment to my life
Oh,
than
absolutely.
controlling electronics. So
Oh, but you know what I'd do with the electronic thing? I would, if someone was cheating at Call of Duty, banned for life.
Ooh, that's
to
a
jail.
good one. Straight to jail.
Straight to jail. All right.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, and then I would shut down stupid Peacock and put that crap back on
Netflix.
Netflix.
No.
Easy.
Could you?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
like
mean, it says
That's not really an
control
electronics. That's
Fine.
like the
I will-
governing bodies that own the shows
okay,
and
Yeah.
fine.
technicality.
Now, see, if you owned bears, you could send your bears to NBC Studios and just pin like a letter to the bear,
Yeah,
and then the bear walks in, and they're like, "Yes, Mr. Bear," and
That's
then
Mr. Sir Bear to you.
or
Lord
maybe
Bear.
maybe the bear walks in with a dead peacock in its
Oh.
mouth.
Intimidation.
And then they're like, and then there's still a letter because
Well, it's
nothing works
yeah.
better than a
The
strongly worded
foreshadowing.
letter.
well
alone.
because it'd be like the Godfather. You just need the peacock head, not the whole peacock.
Just the head.
Right. So the bear walks up and she's like, "Bleh," and
Yeah.
then there's the peacock head
Yeah,
that comes out.
exactly.
Yeah, that would be exciting. All right, moving on. Okay, would you rather have one true get out of jail free card or a key that opens any door?
This one's easy.
No.
You
I've
pick
heard this.
you pick the key to get out of any door because if you're in jail, you just unlock the door and
Well, it
then
really
you leave.
boils down to: do you want like breaking into a lot of things, or do you just want to have one crime that you can commit for free and it doesn't matter?
Okay, but if you had a key that opened any door when they sent you to prison,
Straight
Yeah.
to jail.
would they not take away that key? Because don't they take away
Yeah.
all your
You swallow it.
belongings?
Well, you have to.
But then you got to dig through your poop.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you still have the key.
But then, like, you still have to get out of jail.
It's
Like,
a
you have
key
to-
forever.
You still have.
Sure, you unlock your
But then
cell,
you still have to get out of the prison. Like, oh,
yeah. And they
there's
can still
a lot of
capture you,
security
and then
guards.
oh look, you've got another key. We'll just wait until you poop it out again.
You just pull the prison break, get the tattoo of the of the whole prison
See,
on your body.
whole plan is just unraveling.
it is unraveling.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is a great plan.
Sounds
You
like
just
a plan
open all the
but don't.
doors and leave. Because most of the time they have to jump over the fences, but if you're just walking out the front door, it's easy. You
Yeah,
do it at
except
night, no one's
there's-
around.
There's guards with guns.
Yeah.
Do they actually have guns?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a prison.
It's a prison.
I don't know. Do they actually have guns?
The
I don't think
ones
they
in-
have guns.
The ones in
Yes.
the towers for sure. They have to have guns. Listen.
Bang,
I don't
bang.
think-
Stan is dead.
Yeah.
I don't think. Listen, okay. First of
They,
all,
but they probably don't.
first of all,
okay, no.
I wouldn't
was
get
talking-
caught-
I was talking.
okay.
I was talking.
Easy boys.
The guards. I was just saying the guards that go into like the prison, like when they're with the prisoners, they don't have guns because like,
That's what I thought.
But like the ones up on the high like towers and like
I
whenever
think that's
they're
just a
on the
movie thing,
walls,
though.
Like, there's guns in prisons.
John's been to prison. He's done hard time. He knows.
Prison John.
Yeah.
Prison John. Okay,
The
so
worst thing are the
here's the
dementors.
thing. Here's the thing. Your argument is moot because I would never get caught in the first place and sent to jail. I would just have the key and be doing my own thing outside of jail and then never get caught.
I mean, there's still a lot of video
Do you think
cameras.
we're all bad people? Because every would you rather is like, how can we take advantage of this to our own gain or to cause pain to others?
I mean, I think we're
I would use it
humans.
like Robin Hood. I would
No,
take from the rich
maybe
and give to the
maybe
poor.
eventually, but at first, you would not.
I just can't think of an instance where there's a locked door that I'm like, yes, I need to get in that, except for whenever it's like my house or
Well,
you
it
know.
could be just a convenience thing
Well,
because I
like-
don't like carrying a bunch of keys. So I could have one key. I could open my house. I could open work. I could open the church. I could open every door that I ever
See,
need to go in.
and
it'd
sure,
just be
but
super
is it
convenient.
more valuable than getting out of a get out of jail free card?
Do you think
Because
you're gonna
you
go to
have
jail
pay
for
a lot
something?
of money for those. No,
Well,
but
here's
it's
the
good
thing.
to have just in case.
You never know.
And I was pooping on Stan, but just because he dismissed the get out of jail free card. But I would also go with the one key to unlock a new door because I'm a naturally curious person. Like, if there's something that I can't get into, I want to get into it real
I
fast.
want to see it.
Like when we were at that house
Airbnb.
for New Year's, there's a locked door, and guess what? I couldn't open it. Zach couldn't
I
open
guarantee you all it had was like cleaning supplies in it or like their Wi-Fi or something.
it. Well, listen, I still wanted to know what it was. Like, what is
Yeah.
in here? I want to know.
Also, you could break into Gringotts. Easy. Steal
Easy.
all the wizard's gold.
Yeah. Screw you, Mr. Wizard.
Wister Wizard.
So.
I'm taking the get out of jail free card. I'm not planning on going in
It's a solid
to
pick.
jail,
No,
but
I
I'd
mean-
rather, I'd rather have it.
Just in case.
Just
I
in
mean,
case.
It's a good thing to have in your back
You
pocket.
know,
Yeah.
what if I,
Yeah.
what if I accidentally run someone over with my car? Like there's a new speed bump on the highway,
Yeah.
and
A
I
new
get
speed
caught,
bump on. Wait a minute.
and
Well,
I don't want to go to jail.
Well,
like,
listen, it would be kind of like when we were driving and getting on the hot BA.
Oh,
that
God, this
from
lady. All
Texas,
right.
Oh my gosh.
all right,
So
people,
mad.
buckle up for this story. So in Tulsa, getting on the highway, this person has just completely stopped
It's a
in the
minivan.
on ramp.
Mm.
Texas plates,
Texas
of
ass
course,
plates.
and has just literally stopped. Like, and there's no car. She has the opportunity to
At least 15 seconds go
merge.
by
Yeah.
for her to get on the highway.
Blocking everyone else from. I mean, it's not like her hazards are on.
What kind of
and-
car is she driving?
Minivan.
Yeah,
Oh, that makes sense.
and so John and I are obviously losing our minds, and the car
Yeah.
behind me is honking.
Yeah, like tell her,
And-
like, come on, man.
And so, she misses her window to just get on the
Yeah.
highway, and so cars are coming by,
And so we have to wait at least another 15, 20
Yeah.
seconds, probably at least.
yeah, which when
When you say
it's
it out
not
loud,
but it's driving a car. You shouldn't be comfortable.
Well, and
with
on the on ramp, you're supposed to come in with some momentum already, or
Yeah.
else it
Yeah.
takes forever to
and
speed
this
up.
it's not like it's the
Oh.
lane ends immediately. Like
Yeah.
you've got some time.
yeah, you've
Yeah.
got time.
So
and
she
so
could have just gone out
that
there.
was
Yeah.
that was infuriating. But so she finally gets on, takes the next exit,
Which isn't
No.
like 100 yards
Yeah.
farther.
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
and comes like her exit and like her speed exiting the highway is just as slow as it was
Jeez.
getting on
Oh,
it. And
Talk about
oh
being
my gosh.
infuriated.
Were you
Texas,
were you
come on.
also exiting the next
No,
exit?
No.
we were trying to go.
Oh,
down
you were
that.
just behind her.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
we
you're
were trying
stuck
to-
because I
behind her.
needed to get to like
Okay.
a couple more exits
Yeah.
to get onto another highway.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like she shouldn't have even gotten on the highway.
Yeah.
It's so infuriating. But we could have blown her car up, and then you had a get out of jail free card. It would have been very useful at that point.
Well,
Here, let me just get my rocket launcher out of the back
yeah, I was
seat.
like, how would I have blown her car up?
I don't know. I'm just
That's
saying,
not
or
one of the would you rather questions.
maybe,
Would I-
or
because I have that
coulda-
power, I would
you
use it.
could have rammed her car or something. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
saying we
Could've.
could have messed her car up, and it would have gotten out of jail for free.
Could have got out of jail, but I don't know if it's a get out of the hospital free.
Well,
All right.
airbags or something. I don't
I'm
know.
going the get out of jail free card. You guys are opening doors.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather travel the world for a year on a shoestring budget or stay in only one country for a year but live in luxury? Okay, my question is, am I getting to choose the countries or
Yeah.
country, or are they chosen for me?
I believe you get to choose.
You get to choose a country.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if I get to choose the country, I'm staying in one country for a year and living in luxury, and I'm going to Switzerland.
That'd be pretty great.
Why Switzerland?
or Iceland or New Zealand. One of those three.
I think I'd pick New Zealand.
Yeah, if out of all those
Gorgeous.
three, I would go to New Zealand and just walk.
Switzerland is so pretty.
It is.
It
pretty.
is. I mean, they all are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all great countries.
It's also super expensive to live there.
Yeah. Not just
Probably
to jump
same
on the
in New
bandwagon,
Zealand, too.
but I would pick one country year in luxury as well.
Same.
For a couple of reasons. One, you are able to, if you have to learn a language, you're able to pick up on the language and like actually be able to continue using it. Because you're probably not going to learn the whole language in a year, but you'll be able to like order stuff at restaurants
Right.
and
Yeah.
whatever
When
else
I went to China, I picked up enough street Chinese to
Yeah.
be able to order and
to function.
get away. Get
Yeah,
around.
exactly.
Mm.
Also, living in luxury is nothing to shake a stick at. Because if you're on a shoestring budget, it's not terrible, but you get to experience more stuff. But I think you would enjoy your experiences more, like
Well, it depends
having
on your
more
personality.
time. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Like, yeah, I spent a year in Switzerland or a year in wherever.
That'd be really cool.
You get to
Whereas I
explore
spent
that
a
country.
week in Switzerland and got to do next to nothing.
Yeah, because I feel like when
Well,
you're somewhere for
you
like
could
a
probably
week,
do a lot of hiking and stuff.
Yeah. when you're somewhere for a week, you can only experience some small subset of what they
right.
have to
yeah,
offer.
absolutely.
Well, and then how many countries do you think you can visit in a year and get the bang for your buck?
I mean, you could hit Europe easily and then make your
Europe
way.
wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
And then you make your way to the Far East or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
or Middle East. But I mean,
But what are you saying? Like 2 weeks per country? So you go to 26 different countries?
I mean, it like you can
Just-
travel to any country on a
Yeah.
shoestring budget. So like you could also, if you maybe that just means flying economy or something to another,
yeah.
you know.
Well,
Yeah.
and in Europe, I mean, you can just,
Just
take,
take
the
the railway.
train or
Yeah.
yeah.
Because even on a shoestring budget, that's going to be expensive.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would
I'm
choose.
guessing it's funded by someone else in this
Well-
theoretical question.
Well, the funding is magical.
Yeah.
You just have it.
Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, I went back and forth so many times. Like, living in luxury would be nice. You don't have to worry about anything. But then I like exploring countries and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's tough. But I would probably just choose to live in one country,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
just because of all the things that you said. And I like nice things.
I like luxury.
I don't like camping. I don't like
This is
sharing
true.
things with other people. I want my own things. I'm kind of selfish, so it works out for me if I can just live in luxury.
Fair enough.
Same for me. Same for you, Stan.
Yeah. I'll jump on a bandwagon.
Yeah. Well, it just seems like that's the better pick.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay, now would you rather every shirt you ever wear be kind of itchy or only be able to use one-ply toilet paper?
Oh, this one is hard.
This is hard, but
I'm
I
going
have.
itchy
also
shirt.
not hard.
You're going to itchy shirt.
I'm going itchy shirt.
Okay,
Well-
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I get a shirt with an itchy tag and I can't stand it. It's just grating on you all the time, and I can't hardly handle it for one day, but all the time. Can you imagine?
Because you wouldn't get used to
That
it
would
because
be
it's
so
always slightly
uncomfortable.
itchy.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Can
With
you
toilet
imagine-
paper, at least you can get more toilet paper and like fold it over and still have
And
the same
at
thickness.
least it's not all the time. Like you're only wiping your butt
A couple times a day
a couple times a day.
for the rest of your life.
But you're wearing an itchy shirt
all the time.
all the time.
Or am I just being shirtless for most of the rest of my life?
You know, it might come to that. If it was me, it would come to that because I'm not wearing an itchy shirt.
Maybe
no
I
way.
get a shirt tattoo.
Hey, I would probably go for that if this was my life.
No, I'd go one
Toilet
ply
paper,
toilet paper.
all the way.
It's a tough choice, but you're only wiping your butt for maybe 30 seconds a day. You're wearing
Yeah.
a shirt, 20,
All the day.
20 hours a day. So
No shirt policy for Austin.
I mean, right now
Once-
it works out for you because you don't really have to go into the office that much.
Yeah.
But as soon as coronavirus is over,
What do you got a Zoom meeting? Oh crap! We gotta put my shirt on.
Yeah.
No,
Or
I'll be
unless
fine.
we get another of those 3 pandemics you were talking about, and then
Yeah.
we don't have to go into work ever.
Yeah.
Listen, we're putting that behind us right now.
I mean, I think
No more talk of that.
remote work is gonna
Knock
be
on wood.
Oh, absolutely.
very popular.
Yeah, and
I think moving
it's
forward, it's
sitting
going to be
in.
a standard.
Well,
Yeah.
and look, it works out. People can do it. So
All right, so that was Would You Rather. So we're going to move on to the next segment of Drop It Like It's Hot. This is the hot take segment. And Stan, you have a hot take that you want to share with the people.
I have a hot take, and
it is hot.
it's a hot take, man. My hot take is this. I don't want to say it.
You freak.
You always pour your milk before you pour your cereal. And hear it out. Listen. The reasoning behind it is...
It's a dumb reason.
I haven't even said it yet.
Doesn't
I know.
matter.
It's
Listen,
gotta be dumb.
listen. It's a hot take for a reason. The optimum cereal eating experience happens
Nerd.
between when the milk touches the cereal and after about 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, it starts getting soggy. Nobody likes soggy cereal.
I like soggy
Think of
cereal.
think of the types of cereal. Captain Crunch, it gets like this soggy, slimy film on the outside of it after it gets sitting in the milk
Some
for too
cereal,
long.
Delicious.
Some cereal is fine soggy.
Like what?
Life cereal is fine soggy.
No.
Absolutely.
It gets soggy. It's all mushy. No, thank you.
It's fine.
Absolutely
Any
not.
kind of brand
Frosted
cereal
Flakes-
because it makes it
Easier to digest.
easier to eat
Yeah.
because it's already bad.
I like my cereal eating experience to be consistent.
Some cereal needs to be crunchy. I'll give you that. But some cereal is fine mushy.
See, my problem with the whole take is what is taking you so long to eat this bowl of cereal?
Absolutely. Also,
I enjoy eating slow, and that's part of it.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean, no? You can't tell me what I like, John. I enjoy eating slow and enjoying my food.
I enjoy eating fast. Well, I don't even. And you know what the crazy thing is?
Yes, I have seen you eat an ice cream cone in
I-
one go.
I'm not even the fastest eater
Wait.
in my family.
Wait, hold on. I need to interrupt. And here, you eat an ice cream in one go?
What? I don't
Where
think
it
I've ever
shoves the
done
whole
that.
ice cream cone in
He
his
took
mouth?
the ice cream cone, and yeah, you were there.
I was
he
there?
shoved the whole thing in his mouth. I got a picture of it. If
Wait,
you would like
just
to
the
come
top-
to the YouTube channel, I will show you all a picture of it.
Was it just the top part of that?
He had already eaten part of it, but he shoved the rest of it into his mouth.
Okay,
Was there
so-
money involved in this? I don't
No,
know.
we
Probably
just got
not.
you to do it, and you
Okay.
did it.
You like ice cream so much.
I mean, I like ice cream. But here's the thing. What if when you pour the milk first, it messes up the milk to cereal ratio? Like I feel like you have a more propensity to make a mess.
There is definitely a strategy that you have to employ in order to do this correctly.
See,
Let's
when
hear it.
You have to lift the bowl to the edge of the milk when you pour, because if you pour from too high, it'll go in one side and out the other. I have done that before. I learned pretty quick. But the other the other part of this is when you have, and this is the kind of cereal that I eat. I honestly don't eat a whole lot of cereal, but when I do eat cereal,
You pour the milk in
I-
first, you weirdo.
I do that, yes. I like sweet cereal. I like Captain Crunch, Frosted Flakes, Honey Nut Cheerios, Lucky Charms. And all of these, the longer they sit in the milk, the more of the sugar seeps out into the milk, and then you don't get it as part of the cereal pieces.
then
No,
you can
you
drink
get
it
it as
as
part of the
milk.
delicious sugar milk.
But
at
it's
the end.
so
but it's all
good.
diluted into the milk.
Oh,
And if you
especially
have
sugar
all
milk
of
is good.
if you pour it in smaller chunks and have smaller bits of cereal, so I will pour, instead of having one big bowl of cereal, 3 smaller bowls of cereal so that it's consistent all the way through. And that's how I like my cereal.
Well, we've learned that Stan's a weirdo.
So
I'll own
if you
it.
have 3 smaller bowls of cereal, why not just add the cereal first, but small amounts, and then milk, and then eat it?
Because I don't like it like that.
You probably
All
never
right.
thought of it.
No,
All
I
right.
don't like it like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let us know what you think about if you're with or
Yeah.
against Stan's take on cereal and how you choose to eat it. Now,
Listen,
I do
I
want
think
to
most people are going to be against, and I'm okay with it.
go back to the sugar milk thing because it made me think of as a kid. Occasionally, we would have just plain Cheerios in the house. Which, if you've had plain Cheerios as
not
an
if
a
adult,
monster
they're disgusting.
Yeah.
eats plain Cheerios.
And they were disgusting as a kid too. But the way you fix that is you just dump sugar in it.
Yeah, or honey. Any
Yeah.
kind of
Well, I
sweetener.
never did
Oh, I
honey,
did
but
honey.
I just did straight sugar, and that, let me tell you, was great. Not when you ate the Cheerios, like you really didn't notice a huge difference.
Yeah.
But
Sugar milk, though.
like at the end, you could drink most of the milk, and then you could get your spoon and just go
Eat
along the bottom, and it
straight
was just
cereal?
like straight
Or
sugar.
Straight sugar.
Oh, it was so good.
yeah, listen.
I
been
have
there,
done that,
Been there,
yes.
done that. Yeah.
Cornflakes.
Absolutely.
We used to have cornflakes because my mom didn't want to buy us Frosted Flakes because they're terrible for you.
Oh,
so we
yeah.
just put the same amount of sugar into the cornflakes
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
if they were
Listen,
Frosted Flakes.
We've
Yeah.
all been there.
Sorry,
done
Mom.
That. It's not good for you, but it is delicious.
Kid cereal is
So yummy.
is terrible for you,
Yeah.
but it makes your heart warm.
Yeah.
unless you add the milk before you add the cereal.
And then you just get
The only
sad.
time it's acceptable to add the cereal after you've added the milk is after you've finished your first bowl
And
you
want
want
more.
you want more, so you leave the milk in there, you don't drink it,
Absolutely.
and then you pour the cereal back in.
yeah. But then I always pour too much cereal in, so then I gotta add more milk. And then I'm just like, and then I'll just okay.
You are entitled to your opinion, and I have mine.
Yeah. Well, it is a hot take.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's move on to the best part of the show. Today, we're drafting the best inventions. So, best inventions of all time. Now, this is it's not necessarily the best invention at the time that it was invented. It's the current standing best inventions. Is that right? Is that how we all prepared for
Yeah.
this? I mean, like, there's some inventions
Yes.
that have carried over from when they were great, but
Have been improved upon
Yeah. Like
to get to where they are
the
now.
cotton gin.
Like the first wheel was probably made out of stone, but now we have rubber tires that go on cars.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a couple in case anyone was didn't have that on their list.
I did not have the cotton gin on my list.
Well, I've got the first pick in the draft. John is running middle Oreo or cream in this situation, and stands on the end. So
He's the cream to our Oreo.
yeah.
Oh, gross. And that's backwards.
So
It should be I'm the cookie, you're the Oreo.
But if you're
Cream.
the cookie, there can't be double cream.
It's a double
What?
stuffed.
Then it's like a
Have you,
muffin.
have you ever not ever had a double stuffed Oreo?
yeah.
Well, yes, but you have to have another Oreo cookie to go on the top.
Someone ate it.
What kind of monster would eat
John.
one side?
John does.
What?
John is
I
a
do.
that
John.
monster.
I do. Listen,
What?
Here's the thing. When you eat an Oreo, I'll eat it
Hot
with
take round
both
2.
cookies if I'm dipping it in milk. But if I don't have milk readily available and I'm just eating the cookie, this is the same way with like those crackers with peanut butter in the middle. I'll eat one cracker or cookie first,
Oh my gosh.
and then I will
You are a monster.
eat the filling, and then I will eat the other cracker.
What
No.
kind of person are you?
I just
You don't split up. The Oreo is the perfect ratio if you get the double stuff
yeah.
of cream to cookie. It all goes together. You can't split that up.
Just did.
No,
son.
I will say
Ugh.
I like the if I don't have milk, I think the single stuff is better for just eating it plain. But
I agree.
otherwise the double stuff is
You need something to tone it down with the double stuff.
yeah. All right, well let's get to this draft, the best inventions. I've got the 101, and I think there's a clear 101. It's something we all use every day. Everything is tied to it. It's the internet. Internet is connected
Yep.
to
Okay.
everything. Everything has been built upon it. It is our life.
See, that's a good pick. It's
That is-
definitely
that
on
is a
my
good
list.
pick.
But I will do you one better. And what is the internet built on? You can't have internet when you don't have electricity. So give me electricity.
Silence.
No one's really. I don't.
Listen, because we all
Yeah.
we don't realize how important it. Like
I mean, electricity is super important.
When the electricity goes out, like in a thunderstorm or something, it sucks. First of all, your air. Like
You
if
lose
it's
your internet.
You lose your internet. You lose your air conditioning, or
Ooh.
sometimes you lose your heating. You lose your TV. You lose everything. It's
I
just
went
like-
without air conditioning for a few days, and I still had it with a window unit in my room because they were kind enough to give me that while they were repairing it. And man, that's rough.
and it's awful. So
Yeah.
give me electricity.
You know, that's a good pick.
Ooh, that made me think of another one.
That is a good pick. So mine is along the same lines as both of you, but it is a means by which we access the internet and use electricity. It is a smartphone.
Yep.
Everyone has a smartphone in their pocket. It's a little computer. You can use it to watch media. You can use it to...
Listen to the podcast.
Exactly, John. Good point. Who's going to
Shameless
listen to
plug.
Who's going to
Yeah.
listen to a podcast on a TV or anything else?
I mean,
use
I-
it
People
on your
watching
phone.
the YouTube channel
Yeah.
Do you watch YouTube on your TV?
Yes.
sometimes.
Okay, I do too. That was a bad point. Walked myself into a wall. But yeah, smartphone I think is essential for anyone who is going to be in this modern world right now.
Yeah. Good point.
Also, I gotta pick again. Let's see. Coming after a smartphone, I think the next important thing that everyone uses nowadays, that everyone needs, is a car, a vehicle, a mode of transportation.
Yep.
Without a
All
car, I wouldn't be able to go to
too.
work every day. I wouldn't be able to go on
Not
fun
true.
vacations. Well, if you're working remotely, whatever. I still go into work when I can.
Public transportation.
The public transportation in Oklahoma, at least, is not near as well developed as,
Yeah.
say,
You'd
like
have to move.
New York
Yeah.
or L.A. or somewhere with.
Moving would be difficult.
It would without some form of transportation.
Yeah.
Horse.
Your vehicle,
Yeah.
horse-drawn carriage.
Give
Yeah.
me all the horses.
No, automobile, great.
Automobile is my second
I
pick.
guess I should just put car, shouldn't I?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's my pick, right?
It is your pick.
Okay, great. So my second pick is, I've already mentioned it. It's air conditioning.
Yeah, that's what I didn't write on my list, but
How-
it made me think of.
Like, we've all been there without it, and it's awful. Everyone knows it. Like,
Yeah.
we are soft. Listen,
We are soft.
I'm
Mr. No Camping over here.
Yeah, I'm soft. Like, I want it to be, 70, 72, something like that. And if it's not, I'm uncomfortable and I hate it.
Well, I would try to argue you, but I already shamelessly plugged it, so I can't.
it's- air
I love air
conditioning
conditioning.
Is fantastic. It's the freshest air around.
Exactly.
Really.
It's been conditioned.
Yep. Okay, so let's see what's off the. Okay. Well, I guess this is going to be a similar take as what John had with electricity, but without this pick that I'm about to make, your car is useless, and I'm taking the wheel. It's the OG invention. It's
Okay.
what moved our civilization along, both literally and figuratively.
True.
It started out as just a way to like grind flour, and then they're like, wait a second. we
Turn
can
this on
use
its side and we can go places.
Use this, put a little buggy. We don't have to walk anymore, and that's where our weight problem began. And I just think wheels have been so good to society.
He's reaching, man.
No, listen, a wheel, that's a solid pick.
Yeah, I mean
That's a
it's
good pick.
the OG invention.
It is a solid
Um,
pick. I would argue that it is kind of useless without a lot of other inventions to make it good.
Yeah.
Okay, but are you gonna draft like an engine to make your car go? Do you have that on your list?
He had the list.
It was on the list, but
Stan's-
I got car, so I don't need it anymore.
Stan's list is all of the components of a car.
Well, he doesn't have wheels anymore.
I don't
Yeah,
need all the components anymore because I
Yeah,
have
he
the
just has a whole
car.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're just talking about the invention itself. It's
Yeah.
one of the greatest inventions of all time.
It
so.
is. I would say
Um,
one of the best inventions.
And then, okay, so I've got the internet, I've got the wheel. I think I'm gonna go with airplanes. Airplanes being my third pick
That was
was
definitely on my
That
list.
was my next pick.
because first of all, we defied gravity. I guess gravity's still in play, but we figured out a way to combat it for a little bit
Mhm.
in order to get us over the pond and make sure that we didn't have to, ride in a boat for, 12 years
Yeah.
to get
No, good pick.
places.
12 years.
That's a good
It wasn't that long.
Yeah, but I just thinking of like
It's
I've
weeks and
never
weeks
I've
on
never
a
been on
boat.
a cruise, but that just seems awful. Like I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, because your cabin, you don't spend a lot of time in your cabin, but
Not
they
on
are
a cruise,
small.
but you probably are if you're
Yeah.
ugh.
Oh, just like a boat to get you to Europe or something.
Yeah, get you
no.
to America.
Yeah, it would be awful.
Marca.
All right, John.
My third pick, I'm gonna go with the microwave.
Oh, that was mine. I was hoping it
Oh.
would come back to me.
Give me the microwave.
Oh,
It's so. What more do you want to see? It's so convenient. You get to heat up anything you want within a matter of minutes.
Except for metal.
Well, except for metal. Unless
you
get
trying to
the-
eat metal?
No, I have a story though.
Okay. Yeah. So give me the microwave.
Okay, so in middle school, I was like a office aide,
Yep.
for the principal's office, and they had a microwave in there, and so I would a lot of times, heat up my lunch in that microwave because I don't think there was actual microwave for like kids to use in the actual cafeteria. So, Austin was still dumb. And I think I had a leftover Arby's sandwich, and those come in like kind
Aluminum
of
foil,
aluminum foil
yeah.
wrapping, but it's not like, it doesn't really look like aluminum foil. It's
Yeah.
just like wrapping.
Yeah.
And so I put that bad boy in there. And one of the
Oh my
principles
goodness.
is like, something's smoking, and sure enough, it was my sandwich in the microwave.
Oh my.
But
No
it,
longer an office.
it did
Straight to jail.
No, straight to jail. No, it turned out fine, but that's the day I realized that you couldn't microwave Arby's sandwiches in the microwave
Yeah.
without taking the wrap.
That's fantastic.
All right, Stan, it's to you.
All right, I got 2 in a row, right?
Yep.
Okay, so the next one, I don't think that you guys would have it on your list. I mean, you might. I don't know. But it shaped modern medicine, antibiotics. Without antibiotics, we wouldn't have been able to cure smallpox, pneumonia, some of these big diseases that now are just not a big problem at all because they're easily curable with antibiotics.
Okay.
Big pillar of modern medicine.
Was smallpox cured by antibiotics,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really
or
know.
was it a vaccine?
I asked Google.
Oh, okay. It wasn't a vaccine.
And I'm definitely not a medical professional, but it did come up when I asked. So
Okay. I was thinking it was.
that's
a
what we're
vaccine,
going with.
But okay.
Don't get me started on Western medicine. It's fine.
It's a good all-purpose medicine that helps with everything.
Listen,
If you ever
yeah.
have something going on with you, you're probably going to get antibiotics, and
Yeah.
it fixes it right up.
Okay. Yeah. Good pick.
creating a super bacteria. It's going to kill us all.
It's going to be the next plague from Dwight.
All right, Stan, you've got another pick.
Let's see. Next, I think I'm going to have to go with... Okay, so I picked in a couple different categories, and I think the pillar of a lot of our society was built on this, and that is the printing press.
It's on my list.
It gave us the ability to mass-produce books, to educate the masses, and really gave us the ability to... I mean, colleges wouldn't be around without it. Schools wouldn't be near as relevant. We wouldn't have had any type of education where it is now. I think it's a big pillar of our society.
It did revolutionize a lot of things and set us on a good track. It's becoming close to irrelevant now because we don't print as much stuff, but I still think it's a good pick.
Good pick. Yep, absolutely. My fourth and final pick will be bread.
Bread?
Invention of bread. Listen, you laugh, but how many?
Let me hear it.
How many times a day does someone eat bread? Listen, you wouldn't have. I mean, it's fed millions and millions of people, so they wouldn't have been able to be educated without. How do I make this bread? I don't know.
What do you mean
So-
educated without bread?
Because they would be dead.
What?
They would be dead without. It's
A
sustenance.
form of sustenance. Okay, fair.
None of these other inventions would have happened if no one had bread, Stan. So you're just drafting bread, not even sliced bread, which is the common saying of like the greatest invention since sliced bread.
That's
Huh?
fantastic.
It's implied that it's just all bread.
Right. Okay.
John likes to slice his own bread.
Yeah.
Listen, have you ever
But
had?
your
Have you ever
description is-
had homemade bread?
Yeah,
It
it's
is-
great.
And you
I
have to
have.
slice it yourself. It's way better than the store bought bread.
You are correct.
Right.
But yeah, I'm going with bread.
Okay.
Stick with it.
Yeah, I am. It's a
Okay.
good pick.
I would have never thought to draft a food as an
Same.
invention.
Someone had to invent it. It didn't just come out of this. Well, you could believe that. it came out of
It
the
didn't just
sky.
come out of the earth,
Yeah.
or the sky. Yeah.
Yeah. There are those that believe that. So
Okay, so you finished with electricity, air conditioning, microwaves, and bread. Okay, so I need to look at my list and see. Okay, well, I was going to go with vaccines, but with you going antibiotics, I'm not going to go vaccines. Because it's basically the same. I mean, same concept
More
of,
specific form
saving.
of medication. Yeah.
I mean, they attack different things, but
Yeah.
saving lives.
yeah. Okay. Well, John mentioned it at the beginning of the podcast or at the beginning of the segment. I'm gonna go with the cotton gin, because without it, we're probably don't have clothes. We
Not
have
cotton
clothes,
clothes.
but not comfy clothes
Listen,
and not good
that
clothes.
itchy shirt. You got that itchy shirt.
You got to solve his
Right.
problem.
All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up with the cotton gin. It's one of the few inventions I remember reading about in
Eli
like
Whitney, son.
in a history book. So yeah, I think so. I ended up with the internet, the wheel, airplanes, and the cotton gin. Stan, you went smartphones, car, antibiotics, and the printing press.
Woo-woo.
So were there any others on
Well,
your
you
list?
didn't mention mine.
I did like just before I drafted.
Oh, okay. We just thought.
We'll say it again, John.
Okay.
Electricity, air conditioning, microwave, and the kicker, bread.
Listen, you make fun of it, but you love bread.
I do love bread.
I love bread.
I don't consider it one of the best inventions,
Oh,
though.
then
Right.
you're a fool.
Well, and then what made me laugh is that you just drafted bread and
Bread.
not sliced
All of
bread,
bread.
which is what's like the common, like this is a good invention with sliced bread
Yeah.
because
It's all of bread.
because then you would have to have sandwiches that came on bread that was like that thick.
Texas toast. Great.
Yeah. One of the things that was on my list that didn't get brought up was optical lenses. I kind of thought Stan or John might. I mean, because it
Yeah.
helps.
I don't
with-
wear glasses, though.
I do wear
but
glasses.
cameras.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
One of mine
Telescopes.
was.
I did think about it, but I didn't use it
Microscopes.
enough for me to be able to make
Right.
a argument
One
for
of
it.
mine was DNA fingerprinting. Just because, like, how do we solve crimes now? Because we
Yeah.
can tell DNA.
Oh, not like I was thinking fingerprint.
Is it
uh,
DNA
but
and
just
fingerprinting are different.
Or,
But
and when
the-
I googled, when I looked up what the greatest invention, that's how it was said.
oh,
And so I guess
Oh.
that I don't know if that's how they say it.
it is a
in,
little confusing, but I understand what you're saying.
So I don't know if that's how they actually, but that's what the Google
I mean,
says.
yeah, fingerprinting.
And so yeah, with DNA, they've been able to solve a lot of crimes, get a lot of people out of jail that didn't do things. So I mean, it's pretty
Put a lot
important.
more people in jail that
Yeah,
did things.
yeah, it's pretty important.
Yeah. Stan, you had any others?
Just honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Man, I was really hoping to get microwave.
I
that
mean,
obviously got
we
chosen.
went through my
I think-
list so fast. I was like, okay, taken.
I think another big one that I almost chose was the light bulb.
Yeah, I had the light bulb on mine.
The light
Yeah.
bulb is a big one.
Yeah.
Concrete. All of modern buildings can't be built without concrete.
Well, check out the Japanese.
Well, yeah, but
check
they
'em
can't
out.
build skyscrapers like in New York with like mortar tenon
Yeah,
joinery.
I don't know if you've
without
ever watched
fasteners.
YouTube and watched Japanese carpentry.
I have. It's
but
fascinating.
it is freaking amazing.
It's so cool. I was
I
actually
know.
just watching a video of it like 2 days ago.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's so cool.
I also had nuclear fission on my list because I mean it is
Yeah.
splitting an atom.
It is
and
important.
creating energy like
And it
it's-
does. It's more than just like nuclear bombs.
Yeah,
You,
Yeah.
you can
I mean,
have like
it's
nuclear power
energy.
plants. Yeah.
But I didn't draft it because people probably been like, WTF?
Why are you just trying to nuke everybody?
Yeah.
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 Are
Now
you North
another
Korea?
one.
Helped us win the war.
Another invention that I kind of wish I had drafted. Now that I'm looking at it, modern plumbing.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Without
Yeah.
modern plumbing, we
I'd
would
be
be
shitting
living
outside.
in filth.
Yeah,
It would be disgusting.
So
We'd have to be
gross.
picking up our own crap in the backyard, just like the dogs.
We'd have to
Or, I mean,
dig
we'd probably come up with
we'd
a
have
better
to
way
dig
to do
so
it.
many
but
holes,
all the holes.
and I don't like digging holes. Had to poop in a
Mm.
plastic bag.
Oh, that's funny.
Not
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Another
that's
component of a smartphone, and this is why I didn't pick it. What
semiconductors.
GPS?
Mm.
That
Oh.
was on the list though.
Yeah.
I was just gonna break down anyone that you guys had. Internal combustion engine.
Gasoline.
But think nowadays it's so convenient just to be able to plug something into your phone and not have to like print instructions out.
Oh my
read a
gosh,
map.
Are you?
Yeah.
How would I mean, it's the most
How did
convenient
people
thing.
get places?
Because I'm famously bad at directions, and so like smartphones started coming out right when I started driving, and lucky me because
Same.
I would know how to get
Same.
anywhere.
Yeah.
I'd just be driving,
Especially
and it
long
would take me
trips.
So long.
Right.
Like if you're going cross
Going to
country or
different
something.
states.
Well,
yeah. You're
well,
not familiar.
our parents. I don't know if your parents do this, but my parents both do this. They either have
An atlas?
an
Yeah.
atlas,
Yeah.
or they'll print out the instructions from the internet, and they'll just go off of those. And
Yeah.
they don't go off their phones or anything, even though they have the capability. And I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Wild.
Oh my gosh, this is
wild.
wild. It's just wild.
Yeah, all good picks. Make sure to check out on Twitter and vote for who you think drafted what the greatest inventions. And then also let us know what you think some of the greatest inventions were. Comment, tweet at us, post on Facebook. Again, just a reminder, only Twitter votes count. So if
Rats.
you don't have a Twitter,
Go make
go
one.
make one. It's pretty simple. You don't even have to put a picture up,
No.
anything like that. You
Just
just
go
follow
follow
us at Party Observers. That way you can vote
At Asian
every
Invasion
week.
54 at
Brouhaha_12.
and whatever.
Stan Kanata. I don't
That's-
even know what my handle is.
Yeah.
Come on, Stan.
Yeah. But until next time, we'll be watching.